Alright, so today we're going to be making these crocheted hanging pot plant earrings. They kind of look like little macrame hangers, but they're for your ears. They're not near as heavy as they probably look. My ears are red right now because I was braiding my hair and I just kind of got irritated, and it's just hot out here. So that's not from tension. The looseness that it looks like is from my gauges, so you'll have to not pay attention to that. Whenever it's into normal ear holes, it looks fine. My daughter had them on earlier and she said that she'd probably wear them for a few hours and then take them out, like just wear them to an event. I could totally wear them all day. They're like my favorite thing in the world right now. And I'm gonna make the second one so that I can have two and maybe two different types of plants in them whenever I go out. And so yeah, I'm gonna get down to business in just a sec. I do want to introduce my magazine. If you know me, my name is Petra Baye Zimmerman, and I write this magazine I called Hookers and Hoes. I love art, gardening, and crochet, and that is all these puppies are. This is the first issue, and this is the latest issue. The summer one will be out really soon. I have merchandise and cutesy stuff, so you should check out my and I have patterns, all kinds of good stuff. In the magazines, I always have, if you're in Oklahoma, you get a calendar of like all the things to do in the season, because this is a quarterly magazine. So this is a spring one. This one came with a free pack of seeds and an artist musician CD that's for musicians in Tulsa. And throughout there's crochet patterns, there are articles on different artists and cutesy stuff. So yeah, you should check it out because it's totally awesome. And I love it, and I work hard, and it's going to create jobs for artists in the future, hopefully more and more each day. But every issue I get to pay people to be on the front cover. I pay people to use the patterns, and eventually I'll love to pay people to do articles for plants and their artsy stuff and whatnot. But for now, that's that, and let's get down to business. I just thought you'd be interested because it's both very hooker and hoe. Look at it. I'm going to take it off so you can get a better look, and then we'll start. So I took my earring off, and I was going to tell you, I was going to switch the camera, and then I thought I should probably tell you all the things I'm using. I am using a size 3.5 millimeter hook, that's US. This is a cream cotton 4-weight yarn. I do not know the brand. I'll put it below. My little kids like to do it. It's called Make It Naked, and they'll just like rip the clothes off of the yarn. So that's why that's not there. Very first thing you have to do is go over to your mother-in-law, Janice Hayes' house, and steal all her plants out of the ground. This is by far not all her plants, but I did go over there. She wasn't over there, so I legit stole them. She's totally cool with that, I'm sure. And I'm not being funny. She really would be cool because we're plant people. But I pulled up little succulents that I thought would do really well in the pots. That's probably one of the, not the only plant you could do, but the best one you can do that would be the hardest to kill. And I got very tiny ones. When they get bigger, they kind of grow really lanky and huge like this. So you might have to switch out your pot if you're just like such a good green thumb that they get too big. But it also would look fun hanging down. I also grabbed a few of these because you could totally put those in there. That's just a little house plant that fountains down. But I like the vibrant color and just the look of the little succulent. It's really fun. So first you commit theft, and then you want to go in your medicine cabinet, or if you find something else cool, totally list it below so other people know. But this is just a medicine cup for when my kids get sick. It just popped in my head, what could I use, what could I use, what could I use, and this came to mind, and it's literally perfect. If I found something smaller, I might use it, I thought before, but after I put it all in the pot, it's the perfect size for the perfect plant. If it was too small, I don't think something would live. You could flip it over. There's already a little divot in there that it isn't a hole, but it's a pushed in point that actually lines up perfectly with the hole there. So if you wanted, you could drill or poke a little hole through there. You could probably literally get a pen and pop a hole, and then so when you water, it'll come out and hopefully just come right out the spout. And you are going to, after you make the pot, you simply just slip this right in there with the dirt and succulents, and we add a piece of earring. this part came from, we're just upcycling here, finding everything from the house tonight. There's a pair of earrings that my kid had that were broken. So we just, I don't think I brought my, oh, I did, brought my little tweezers out, or these aren't tweezers. These aren't needle nose either, I don't think. A pokey wire cutter thing that you could pull things apart. And so you just kind of pull on this. Sorry if my hands are gross. I've been in the garden my whole life. I'm not even going to say just the whole season. They're gross. They probably always will be. You're going to take this, and then just like this is how you would take it off. And then when you get done later, you're literally going to scoop it onto your basket and clamp it closed. But before we do that, we are going to make the basket, which is super simple. Thank you if you stayed this long. All right, here we go. We are going to first start by getting our hook onto our yarn here, and then I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to slip stitch into this first chain that we did on the hook to create this circle that we're going to work around. Now you can either do this or you can do the magic circle. I just learned or self-taught myself this way, so that's the way I like to do it. And then we're going to chain 1, and then going into the very middle here, we're going to put 9 single crochets into the middle. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to pause it and go around for you. Alright, now that we've gone around, I am going to get my tail here, and I'm going to pull my middle closed, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the top of this chain 1 space, and this is going to complete the round 1. This is what it should look like. That's enough for you. There we go. And then we're on to round 2. And we're going to start that by chaining 1. And then in the same stitch, we're going to put a single crochet into that same chain 1 space. There we go. And that's going to cause an increase. And then we're going to put 2 single crochets into the next stitch, like that, and then that's also going to cause an increase. And then we're going to actually do this into every stitch around, and that is going to, if we count that first chain 1 as a single crochet, we should have 20 all around, because we did increase into every single one. Alright, this is what the end of your round 2 should look like. Then we're going to slip stitch again into this chain 1 space like we had been before to close the row. Sorry. There we go. That's closing the round. It looks awesome. And we're going to chain 1. And then we're going to go into this next stitch and do a single crochet, and into the next stitch a single crochet, and then we're going to do that in every single stitch around for our for our round 3, and I will meet you back at the end. Alright, so this is at the end of our round 3. I'm going to once again slip stitch to join. That completes the round, and then I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to do the same thing as I just did, just single crocheting into each stitch around, and I'm going to do that for 6 more rows, which will be 7 rounds of just a single crochet around each time. So together you'll have 1, 2, 3 plus 6 more rounds. So there'll be 9 rounds that we do all together. After this round though, your work will start to lip in, like kind of curl. That's a good thing, so don't worry. That's going to start building the little pot holder, I would call it. So yeah, I'll meet you back whenever I do single crochets, and then you make sure you slip stitch to join, chain 1 each time around. Do that 6 times. Alright, so now I've made it to the end of row 7, and I have slip stitched over, I've slip stitched on top of that chain 1 space. Here's my little hanger, looks really cute. So what we're going to do next is create the length for the part that's going to hold on to the earring. You may want this, I think the shortest you can do it is chaining 25 like I'm about to do, and maybe up to 30, unless you just want them really long. So I'm going to go ahead and chain 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Once I get 25, I'm just going to line my hook up to the opposite side here of my hanger, and I'm going to slip stitch into what was right across it. You can also count over halfway. This is just how I like to do it because it's quick and easy. There we go. And then what you'll do is just cut this short. I weave it down a little bit onto the inside of the basket so you don't see it, and then tie it off. And then we'll put our little potter in there and add our earring. Ooh. Here's my little basket, and you want to turn it to wedge it in there, and then kind of push up on the sides, bringing it up as high as you can. See how the faucet's showing? As high as you can up. And there you go. It's so cute. And then you're going to get what wedge of the plant you would like. I'm going to get mine from my previous cup just to show you how to put it in. You don't want to put too much dirt, and you don't want to put too little. Probably just enough to where it goes in there easy without forcing, or where it's not just falling out if it's too little of an amount. There you go. And the next step would be to just hook this part of the, if you can see that, this part of the earring onto the middle. We did 25 stitches, so it should be the 20, should be like, let's see, half is about the 13th stitch, I believe that'd be. Hook that on, and I'm just eyeballing by folding it in half. And then you get your pliers and you squeeze it flat. Squeeze it closed to secure it so your earring stays on you. And there you have it. A beautiful, happy set of earrings. You cannot tell me that your buddies don't want to be hoeing on the go. I wish I had a little hoe, but I don't. But I'm going to have to find one. I'm so proud.